can't let your guard down. I mean, that's a perfect example of when he comes into a room, he doesn't have to say anything, you know it.
Rooney, give and go with Valencia. He's round Dodo, who recovered well. And a slightly off-balance Vidic concedes the first corner of the game. Towards the near post, the header comes in. It's an excellent save by Handanovic. The ball's still loose. Phil Jones with the initial header. Gives it against Botta.
Well, there, Herrera brought it back into pressure. It's unlike him to not see Ashley Young out of the corner of his eye and understand that they've had several passes on one side of the field, have to break open and open the game up.
One-touch play from Manchester United. Herrera finds Fletcher. The crowd applauding. They're enjoying it. There's a confidence about United in the early stages with the ball. Evans, edge of the area. Wayne Rooney shakes to shoot. Only 2 or 3 yards over the crossbar.
Easy.
They're back in the locker room. Evans. Young to Welbeck. Herrera. Now Fletcher. There's merit from Manchester United. Mata. Rooney. Mata. What a goal this would be. The cross comes in. Ranocchia there just ahead of Wayne Rooney. Wonderful period of passing football from Manchester United. They carved Inter Milan open.
Let's take a look at that last sequence, the triangles they create, the 1- and 2-touch passing. I mean, from this near side of the field, Welbeck picks his head up, and this is what I mean about Herrera. He's got his body position open so he can immediately come out of the pressure, but look at this nice little triangle, 1-touch passing, and also moving after the ball's played. It's absolutely delightful.
Herrera. Ashley Young. Run down the channel by Wayne Rooney. The track by Vidic. Space here for Fletcher. Will he have a go? Digs into the area looking for Mata. Milano to give them their full title. We apologise for the somewhat fruity language there from Luke Shaw. Very close to our effects mic. Kyle's blushing down there.
I've never heard that word before. Without the physicality, you're not going to be able to dominate games.
You've physically earned the right to play, Kyle, haven't you, I suppose? Here's Zaha. Nice move from him. Nani. Cleverly. Shaw on the overlap. Here's Luke Shaw. First time he's got forward. Big season ahead for Nani as well. And he's found Zaha. Zaha into the penalty area. Still Zaha. Tyler Blackett again, 20 years of age. 2 loans for him last season, both in the Championship. Both teams in relegation trouble. A spell at Blackpool and then at Birmingham. He was well watched by Cleverly and then by Michael Keane. Spent the second half of last season on loan in the Championship at Derby County. Luke Shaw. We'll see if this fitness work is working out. Good turn of speed. Zaha on the right foot. Little tug of the jersey. Here's Icardi for Inter Milan. Botta makes the run to his left-hand side. He tries to pick out Jonathan on his right. And Blackett in the end, very calm defending from the youngster. Gets it back to David De Gea. And the game is becoming stretched. After an hour, 0-0 FedEx Field. Manchester United against Inter Milan. Nani. Kagawa. Nani! Took a deflection, did it? No. Goal kick, says referee Edwin Jurasevich.
This past season, this is what they want to see from Nani. Running at players, very quick on the ball, shifty. Does well to play a 1-2. Outstanding back heel from
United have a free kick.
big difference between the two coaches. Off to my right, Walter Mazzarri's been off the bench all game long, screaming. And off to my left, Louis Van Gaal, just calm. Every time something doesn't go right, just looks down to his notebook and takes it.
Kagawa behind Zaha, but he retrieves. A little back foot there to Ashley Young. The cross comes in, and it finds Cleverley, and it's blazed over the crossbar. It was just in there behind Kagawa. Before by Blackett to Kagawa, who spins away skillfully. Zaha's pulled wide, Nani down the centre, Cleverley helping this attack as well. Shaw forward in the penalty area, goes back towards Fletcher in the penalty area, goes, is this the opening goal? Kagawa is blocked, the initial shot was from Nani. Excellent defending by Inter Milan, still more defending to do. Fletcher could get on the end of this, Andrioli with the header clear, and here's Shaw. Manchester United asking the questions here as we approach the final 15 minutes. A reminder, there will be a penalty shootout.
There's definitely been no shortage of suitors over the years, as Chicharito wasn't getting opportunities at Manchester United.
Look at Luke Shaw go, beating up the ground. Free kick is taken, blasted, great save De Gea. Fabulous save. It was a wonderful strike by Guarín. Guarín, heavily involved in the game already. But here's Tom Cleverley for Manchester United. Fizzes the ball out to Hernandez. Wonderful weight on that pass. Zaha arriving in the penalty area, so too Kagawa.
Having a really good game in a position he's not very familiar with.
Blackett looking for the feet of Zaha. Andrioli this time was too strong. No foul this time, according to Jurasevich. Look at the skill from Zaha. Towards the penalty area. Wilfried Zaha, low drive. Moments that the attendance tonight is in excess of 61,000. 61,238. What's your call here, Carl?
Well, you can see there's plenty of contact right there. There's another defender right there as he drags the ball that's making the challenge as the ball goes away from Tom Cleverley. You can see right here as he drags it. That's a tough one.
Figure of the back three for Inter Milan. Awkward fall for Kagawa. Here's Jonathan. Crunching challenge by Cleverley, but he's penalised. Laxalt is slow to his feet, grimacing. And a frustrating couple of minutes or so for Tom Cleverley. And Louis Van Gaal is letting the fourth official know about his frustrations.
Remember when I said calm through most of the game? Well, yeah, not anymore.
He's right in front of you down there, Carl.
First time he's gotten up off that bench, and he's livid. He's a big man, too. Both of us have nicely coiffed hair that goes about 3 inches over our heads, and he's still about a foot taller than I am. That last foul called on Cleverley.